Cool and effortless style is achieved when you figure out what truly works for you in real life and what brings out the best in you at the same time. In this series, I will help you take the first steps in order to build and maintain your very own cool individual wardrobe that you want to keep forever. I think it's working. Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of my effortless style series. Parting your wardrobe in summer and winter may seem a little bit old-fashioned, but not to me. When you have a well-crafted all-year basic wardrobe, which is, like I've said 1,000 times, 8% of my own wardrobe, creating a seasonal capsule wardrobe on the side can be a real breath of fresh air. I do think that we should all become better at practicing the art of the seasonless wardrobe though, and really try to find new ways to use what we already have. And a great way to not get bored and not fall back into old shopping habits is to accessorize your looks and play around with jewelry, hats, belts, scarves, all sorts of different accessories. So that's what today's episode is about, and if you want to know how to make your looks more interesting using accessories and jewelry, then just keep on watching. Spotting good quality jewelry is often a matter of the price. I mean, often the price doesn't lie. But let's just have a look at a few tricks you can use to spot the good quality jewelry from the bad ones. Recently, I got to know the brand NORRFOLKS. I haven't tried purchasing anything from their site yet, but I really love the products they are making, and the price is pretty affordable, and it's sustainable and ethical made jewelry. So that's just right up my alley. But the great thing about NORRFOLKS website is that they have a page where they describe pretty thoroughly how you can spot good quality jewelry and gold jewelry in particular. And I'll leave a link for you down below if you want to read more. But to narrow down the tips, they say that you should go for 14 karat gold and nothing less. When you want to buy gold jewelry, you have to stay away from the gold-plated jewelry as much as you can, because through time the gold plating will wear out pretty quickly. So instead you should go for the solid gold pieces. And this is a note to myself because I have been purchasing gold-plated sterling silver jewelry for a long time, and I can totally tell that the gold plating doesn't really last that long in comparison to some of my solid gold jewelry. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's definitely worth it because it'll just stand the test of time. When it comes to silver jewelry, you want to go for sterling silver jewelry, and you can always recognize sterling silver by looking at the product, and then somewhere it should have the number 925 written on it. Then you're sure that it's sterling silver. So like I just said before, I have to be honest, most of my golden jewelry is actually gold plated because it's more affordable than the solid gold, but I'm also paying the price because the gold plating doesn't last that long. So I'm making a note to myself that I need to purchase solid gold products in the future, and costs a little bit more, but I'll have to save up then. I used to be all about silver jewelry. I never wore anything else, but now I actually tend to reach more for my golden pieces. And in general, my preference when it comes to jewelry is dainty pieces that are kind of delicate and minimal, obviously. And my number one trick to styling jewelry is to layer it. That's the way I love to wear it. So I would always pair a shorter necklace with a longer one like I'm wearing today, preferably with some kind of dainty pendant like these love tag discs that I'm wearing. When it comes to earrings, I really love small hoop earrings, and I really love layering them in my ears as well. I have several holes in my ears to do that. It just gives a cool and edgy twist to my looks, especially if I'm wearing my hair up. I also really love to wear several bracelets and rings, and when it comes to rings, I really love to put on a ring on my index finger and on my thumb. I don't know why, but it just gives kind of a cool vibe to the look. When it comes to watches, I have a few different ones to choose from. I have one that is more vintage inspired, and then I have one golden one that's kind of more feminine and classic. And then I have a silver watch that is more men's watch inspired. When you buy a watch, you want to go for one that is made in stainless steel, again, to make sure that it lasts through time. I always wear a watch with my jewelry, and obviously I choose my watch for not only what I'm in the mood for, but if I'm wearing golden jewelry, I want to go for my golden watch as well. I'll make sure to link some of my favorite jewelry brands in the description box below, so do check that out if you want to see some of my favorites. Also, feel free to share some of the sustainable and ethical jewelry brands that you know, preferably ones that are working within the whole minimal and simple design. So let's have a talk about hats. You guys know that I have been wearing my Baker Boy cap to death already, even though it's a pretty new addition to my wardrobe. A hat is just such a cool accessory, especially if you're having a bad hair day or you don't really want to bother doing something with your hair, or just if you want to add another vibe to your look. So let's just have a look at my hat collection. First up is the Baker Boy cap that I just spoke about. It's quickly become one of my favorites, and it's kind of a silly hat, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm a train driver or something when I'm wearing it, but at the same time it's just super cool and I love wearing it this time of year. Next up is the fedora, which is another classic autumn hat. Mine is in a wool quality, so it's really suitable for this time of year. And I just love to wear it when I want to give my outfits kind of a vintage feel, and again also a more edgy feel. Then I have my straw hat, which is also a fedora, but this is more suitable for summertime, and I wear it especially when I'm on vacation and I have all like messy beachy hair and, you know, wear a pair of sunglasses. I just love this hat so much. And then last but not least, I love a great beanie. I like to go for a beanie that is a little bit oversized and has kind of a long fit so it can sit kind of baggy on my head. And obviously it's just a cool and practical piece for autumn and winter. A scarf is a great way to add a pop of color, but obviously it's also a very practical piece to keep you warm during autumn and winter. And as I would like to call my basic scarves, I have two big wool scarves that are super soft and just in great quality, and they kind of remind me of the popular one from Acne, the Canada scarf, but these are just a little bit more affordable. Nonetheless, they're still super great quality, so I can highly recommend these. The gray one I have is from a Danish brand called Itchy that I've used to work for, and it's just in a great soft wool quality. Then I have a beige one from another Danish brand called Moss Copenhagen, and they are pretty similar and both in this super soft quality. And I'll make sure to link some similar ones for you down below that are still in great quality but also affordable at the same time. I always carry one of these scarves with me, especially if I go traveling, because I can use it as a blanket and I can also roll it up and use it as a pillow, so it's just super practical. Wearing a bandana is another cool way to make your look more interesting, and there are several different ways you can wear a bandana. You can wear it around your neck, you can wear it as a hair tie, and you can also tie it on your back to kind of give that a little bit extra something going. I have one in blue and one in red, which are both pretty classic bandana colors. It especially looks cool with like a bread and stripe top and a red lip. Parisian chic, right? A pattern that I think really suits the effortless or basic wardrobe really well is the leopard pattern. So I have a leopard scarf in kind of a monochrome color scale, and it just adds a fun and chic vibe to my looks. Now, like I said before, a scarf is a great way to add a pop of color to your looks if you're not into wearing very colorful outfits like myself. So that's what this pink scarf is all about. I love that it's a pretty thin quality and it kind of has this washed out pink look. Also, I like the raw edges on this scarf because then it gets a little less girly and a little bit more me, you know what I'm saying? Moving on to bags, these are kind of in the same category as shoes, and with that I mean that they kind of set the whole language of your look. So let's have a look at my bag collection. I have a shopper bag from a Danish brand called ADLINKS, and I've had this bag for nearly 7 years now. It's still going strong. It's such a classic and chic bag, and it can just carry all my belongings. I especially use it for work or if I'm gonna go traveling, because I can put in my laptop, my camera, my phone, and other bits like my wallet and my keys. And also I can throw a scarf right in there, so there's just plenty of room to carry all your belongings in a shopper bag. My crossbody bag is what I reach for most of the times, because it's just, even though it's not very big, it's just very practical because it keeps my hands free and I don't have to worry too much about it. It's kind of just hanging on my body. I like to use this for when I go grocery shopping and I only need my wallet and my grocery list. I also wear it if I'm gonna go to a party or an event. And actually I also wear it if I'm gonna go sightseeing or something similar, because again, I just like that it hangs on my body and I can feel free and not worry too much about where my bag's at because it's right there. The crossbody bag I have is from Marc by Marc Jacobs, and it was gifted to me by my husband 4 years ago to my birthday. So it's really special to me too. I recently also purchased this super cool vintage bag in a local thrift shop, and it didn't came with a long crossbody strap, so I added a gold chain, and I just think that it makes the bag look even more luxurious. Now this gold chain can obviously also be added to other bags like my Marc by Marc Jacobs bag, and it just gives a more luxurious, exclusive touch to the bag, and it almost becomes like a jewelry. And I really love to wear this chain, especially if I'm gonna go to a special event or a party. And I've linked a few options down below for golden chains or even silver chains like this one, because it's just a great trick to update your bag and make it look more exclusive. Speaking about bags, I thought I wanted to add a few thoughts on the whole designer bag thing. I would totally be lying if I said that I didn't dream of a classic vintage Chanel 255 bag in my wardrobe, because adding a rather luxurious bag to a very basic look it just does something great to your outfit. But obviously a designer bag isn't something everyone can afford, and I actually really like to keep my belongings rather labelless, if that makes sense. I do love a great logo tee, that's not it. But sometimes it's also pretty cool that you have something and there's no label on it. It's just kind of interesting. But really it's up to yourself whether you want to splurge on a designer bag or not. You can definitely pull off a cool look without a designer bag, just make sure it looks exclusive or luxurious in some other way. Make sure you go for something that is great quality or has some kind of an interesting detail, like the gold chain I just spoke about before. When it comes to belts, I actually only have one belt in my wardrobe that I use, and I don't use it that much, to be honest. I kind of go through phases where I wear it all the time, and then right now I'm going through a phase where I don't really feel like wearing it. But obviously it's like a piece of jewelry because it has this golden detail in the front. Obviously you can wear it outside a blazer or a dress to kind of enhance your waist, or you can just wear it regularly in a pair of jeans and then tuck in your whatever kind of top you're wearing. The belt I have is from Another Stories, and it kind of has this croco finish, and then it has golden hardware. And I just really love this belt. It's kind of edgy and cool and looks really exclusive. And in general, I think Other Stories are great at making shoes, bags, and accessories that look super luxurious but are really affordable. So that's it for the second episode of my Effortless Style series. I really hope you liked this video. I will make a video very soon about how I care for my clothes, because that's obviously pretty important when you have a pared down wardrobe and you want everything to last for a long time. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!